BGM Agency. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? What up, world? What up, everyone watching this case study? This is the physical product retail case study. And I'm your host today, your fearless leader, Michael Baptiste. And as some know me from social media, Michael over-delivered Baptiste. And in today's case study, it is my job, my duty, and my responsibility to give you the best information I can to help you create your own physical product business and get into retail. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the best information I can within the time that we have. All right, and it's your duty, your responsibility, and your job to pay 100% attention to this case study. So that means close down Facebook, close down Instagram, close down Twitter, stop looking at those fake news websites, stop researching cheeseburgers on Google, no more looking up soda pop and eating chips right now, okay? You wanna focus 100% of your attention on this case study, all right? Close, put your phone on vibrate, even turn it off rather, take the kids outside, put the dog up, shut the door, like whatever you have to do, pay 100% attention to this case study, okay? So now that we've got those house rules out of the way, let's get started. So Banana Wave, banana milk is something that we started with just a simple idea. And an idea so simple that it was literally grandma's homemade recipe, okay? Grandma actually made this recipe for my partner when he was growing up as a kid. So I met the creator of the recipe, who again got it from his grandmother, in college. And I knew that he had a great idea, and I knew that I could help him. So from there, what we decided to do was we started the company on our college campus. And the thing is, we had to figure out how to get into retail ourselves. This information that I'm gonna give to you today, it was not available years ago, okay? There was nowhere for this information to be found on the internet. We literally blazed the trail, and now I'm returning back to you with the exact same information that's helped us build a multiple six-figure business within our first year of sales, okay? And that's just year one. Year two, we're already on track for 7. Year 3, multiple 7. By then, after year 3, you're talking about 8 figures, then 9 figures, and then $1 billion brand in the making, okay? But literally started from nothing. So this is what we did in order to put it together. We knew we had to put together a plan to take this phenomenal product into the marketplace, dominate it, and crush it in the retail space, right? So what we did is we started to research the food and beverage industry inside and out. And then once we compiled enough research, once we gained a very thorough understanding of what we needed to do in this plan, we wrote out a business plan. And we wrote it out using the resources at Nova Southeastern's library. Now, this took some time. It took about 3 months for us to complete this entire plan. But once we got the plan done, the plan was done. All we needed to do was tweak and refine it as we went along. So while writing that business plan, what we did was we took the homemade recipe, okay, and we made large quantities of it at home in Auntie's kitchen. And then once we did that, we began selling it in local farmers markets, okay? And in that process of selling it, we actually packaged it ourselves. Like we put it in our own containers and we put labels on it and we wrote banana milk, vegan banana milk on it. So what happened from there is that people tasted it, people loved it. And when they loved it, they bought it. And when they bought it, they took it home, they mixed it in their smoothie, cereal, the oatmeal, all these things. And then they made remarks about it to their friends and family. Now, when something is remarkable, that means that it subconsciously or automatically forces you to make a remark about it, okay? And so we did the Whole Foods market, farmers markets for over 1 year, like an entire year of going out there on the weekends when everybody sets up in their tents, they set up a little booth, and they go out there and sell their products. And we did this for an entire year, okay? Selling Banana Wave banana milk. So this is what happened. While doing so, right, we were out there selling the product in these farmers markets. Many of the consumers would ask the Whole Foods management team if they could buy our product out of the store. So what happened is that over time, so many people kept asking Whole Foods, and after dozens of Whole Foods consumers requested our product in the store versus outside at just the farmer's market, we went ahead and asked Whole Foods, hey, what do we need to do in order to get on the shelves in their store, right? So they told us because we had the proof, because they saw that there was a commercial viability, that people were willing to pay for this product, all we needed to do was get the proper packaging. And they could take our product on and give it a try in the Florida region. And this is 27 stores all across the state of Florida. So once we knew we had something, we then set out to raise up over $1.5 million in startup capital to get the proper packaging and the proper team in place to grow this business. So after a few months of working multiple jobs, and my partners at the time, they were working several jobs and selling our product in those farmers markets, we saved up as much money as we could to create our sample packaging. So then, once we knew that it was time to create the sample packaging, we went out and searched, okay? We searched for a co-packer, and we found one co-packer in California. Now, this specific co-packer is the same co-packer that packages up all of our biggest competition's products. So we knew that if we could use them, they already have a history, they already have a track record, and they already make the exact same type of products we're looking to create. So what we did was we got them to help us commercialize the recipe and produce sample cases for us. But in this entire process, there was, a large amount of time where we actually had to do the research and development. We had to make sure that the commercialized version of this product was consistent and would be FDA approved. Now, the beautiful thing about this co-packer is that everything they produce is FDA approved, all right? So all we really needed to do was get the recipe down to a consistent commercialized version that can be produced at mass scale, okay? So this is what happened for us. Once we got all that finalized, we got everything, we got the recipe down packed, then we were ready for producing sample cases. So before we received the sample cases, we knew that in order to have this product stay fresh, stay good, and really test it in the marketplace, we needed a place to store our product and keep it cool. So this is what we did. We started searching for a warehouse. And during our search, we found a warehouse in Delray Beach, Florida, who was also a distributor for Whole Foods. So once he tried our product, he offered to distribute our product into Whole Foods and store our product in his warehouse for free. So, just that alone, that was like a sign from the universe that, hey, you guys are on the right track, blazing this trail and going down this path. And just to show you that you're on the right track, I'm going to put the right people in place for you so that way you can succeed with your mission, right? And the universe just has a wonderful way of doing that. No matter what it is that you're doing, you just have to believe and know deep down within that everything will work out, okay? Everything will work out. So this is what happened. After we found the distributor and found a warehouse to store our product, we had a completed business plan. We had a warehouse. We had a co-packer. We had a lot of the things in place. So we decided now was the time to get out there. Now was the time to take our business plan to the market. So what we did was we began entering multiple local business plan pitch competitions in the South Florida area, okay? So we entered this one business plan pitch competition where I was actually the lead man to do the pitch. So I went out, did an elevator pitch in front of a large group of investors, and this was at the FAU business plan pitch competition, okay? And literally won $5,000 in prize money in just 90 seconds. And this 5K was a small bit of seed money to help us launch our business. And we also entered and won the Florida Finance Award for the amount of $2.5 thousand. So we ended up winning 2 business plan pitch competitions that year. And this was in 2014. So this is what happened from that initial FAU business plan pitch competition. That 5K that we won, it transformed into more than $350K, okay? $350,000 from a group of investors who saw my pitch. They loved our product. They loved our energy. And they loved our business plan. That's one thing that separated us from everybody else. Our product, our energy, our business plan, and of course the pitch to get them excited, get them on board. So what happens next? Well, this is what happened. That translated into us finding a management team, finding an office for day-to-day operations, finding a warehouse, which we already had, but we needed a larger warehouse for other retail orders outside of Whole Foods. And And that gave us the funds to produce our first 5,000 cases of Banana Wave to sell commercially in the market. So what happened next is that we then launched our product in January of 2016 at a local farmer's market. And from there, we pushed the product organically, like literally like boots on the ground, advertising, getting people to try the product, telling people about it, them telling their friends, that friend telling another friend, and word of mouth spread. So we use organic marketing to really grow initially. And we reached out to all of our followers and customers from the previous 3 years since we've started our company. And we let them know that we will be selling our product in stores and we're going to be launching our product in January, which we did. So what happened next is that in May of 2016, Whole Foods said yes. They said yes, they'll take our product, okay? And then in June 2016, our product was on shelves in 27 different Whole Food store locations all throughout the entire state of Florida. Success. And then in July of 2016, Walmart called and they asked us if they could sell our product. Just so happened in January of 2017, Walmart placed their first order. And since then, they have reordered more products on a week-to-week basis since then. So we've actually gotten our product into some major retailers, not just Walmart, not just Whole Foods, okay? Because let's be honest, this is a big world we live in. There are thousands upon thousands of supermarkets, grocery stores, mega brands out there, right? So we realized we had to go as wide as possible and get into as many retailers as possible. So since launching in 2016, at the time I record this video, we've gotten our product into H-E-B, Mom's Organic Market, Central Market, Harmon's, Safeway, Market Basket, Toonies, GNC, Lund & Burley's, United Supermarkets, and over 1,000 plus independent retail grocery stores and supermarkets in the USA, right? But this is the beauty. People have made remarks about our product. People have seen the potential and they love the taste. And it's now starting to spread and gain international attention because we also have our product selling in supermarkets in Puerto Rico, Panama, and the Bahamas. And again, this is just the first 12 months of sales, okay? Now we're headed to getting into all 6,300 plus Walmarts nationwide. All 300 Whole Foods nationwide. And soon we will be selling globally on every continent, okay? And we will touch billions of people with this product. It's happening right now. And we also sell our product online via Shopify, and we've been doing 4 figures per month in sales. And we haven't even officially started advertising on Facebook or any other paid medium. Like, I want you to just think about the potential that a business like this has where we haven't even started our paid advertising and we've already done multiple 6 figures in sales. Do you see the potential here? Yes, this is our business, but do you just picture if this product was yours, if this business was yours, or if you had something similar, or if you already got an idea, right? And you were in a position where your business generated multiple 6 figures without even starting your paid advertising campaigns. How exciting is that? And the thing is this, for us, the majority of our sales have come from our unique gimmicks, okay? Our on-the-ground grassroots guerrilla marketing and leveraging press and organic social media. Literally, for real. If you follow me for any amount of time, you've seen me dressing up as a banana. If you follow Nature for any amount of time, the creator of Banana Wave, you've seen him dressing up as a banana. Or maybe you've met him in person dressing up as a banana. You've met one of us dressing up as a banana or have seen us in a banana suit, right? Well, that gets people's attention. That creates a lasting impression with people, okay? So we even dress up as giant bananas. Like, we do it. We created it, yes, but we still do it because people like that type of stuff. So we go into Whole Foods where we do demos, we give customers samples of our product, and we give them a huge smile because of our gimmicky banana costumes. And you know what happens? People say, "Oh my God, look at these big bananas. Honey, let's take a picture." And we smile, we grab our product, we put our arm around their shoulder or they, whatever. and we take a picture and they send it to a friend. They post it online. They post it on Facebook. They post it on Instagram. And guess what happens to our brand? People see this brand that someone else made a remark about, and they say, man, I got to try that banana wave stuff. What is that? I would like to taste that. And boom, brand recognition, social proof, and new customers added to the pipeline. Okay. And this is all what we do and have done organically. So just imagine if you're in a position right now where you can run paid advertising to your business or your brand or your idea that you want to create, how much faster you can blow it up using some of the proven strategies, gimmicks, marketing tactics, and again, marketing strategies that we're using right now today to grow our business. So, not to mention, we've also done things like wrapped an entire vehicle for constant on-the-road marketing. We've created our own championship banana wave belts. We branded our banana costumes. We've become instant legends in the retail demo industry, okay? And we have had thousands upon thousands of people tell us how we have made their day. And now at this point, our brand is growing and we are preparing to scale nationwide. And soon after this nationwide scale, we're going to go after international scale, okay? So once we scale nationwide, we'll easily crush more than 7 figures in sales. And within 2 years, we plan to scale to multiple 7 figures per year, okay? Now, why am I telling, why did I actually go through this story? Why did I tell you all about this? Because I believe it's important for you to know how we got started, the route we took, what got us to where we are now, what are some of the strategies that we've used. And again, there's not that much time in a day, so I wanted to get as much of the story out as I could to you. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into our story, right? But the thing is, I want you to understand the route we took. So now you can think, okay, about reverse engineering the process to take your brand, your store, whatever it is out there, into major online and in-store retail distribution, okay, both nationally as well as internationally. Now, I want to shift this conversation in this case study to talking about some of the secrets, okay, the things that they don't want you to know about. And these are the 3 secrets that they don't want you to know about transforming your idea into a physical product form and then getting the biggest companies in the world to beg you to sell your product to their retail consumers. Woo! Yo, one thing about me, you'll notice I'm a very passionate guy. Like, I'm super energetic, you know, and my energy is always on 10. I know how to scale it down, but when talking about this right here, I'm so excited because this is literally going to be one of the things that helps you break into retail or whatever it is that you want to do with your brand, but it's going to allow you to take it to the highest level. Okay. So let's talk about this. So first, secret number 1, you don't need $1 million to start your brand and get into retail distribution. That is not true. Okay. That's one of the secrets. Like, you don't need $1 million. We thought we needed it, but we didn't. And I'll get more into that in just a moment. Secret number 2, you don't need to send your product to corporate in order to get your product into stores and on shelves. It doesn't need to happen. You don't need to go through that route. All you need to do is follow what I'm going to be sharing with you in just a few moments, okay? And then secret number 3, you don't need to build a manufacturing plant or a warehouse to get started and to find success. You just don't, right? With so many solutions out there today, I'm going to break it down for you here in this case study. But with so many solutions out there, you don't need to start your own, okay? So let's tap into each secret here and right now. So the first secret, you don't need $1 million to start your brand and get into retail distribution. Well, this is true. You don't. So in order to get started, you need to start where you at right now. Like, wherever you at, look, it doesn't matter, honestly, if you are rich, if you're broke, if you got a job, if you don't got a job, if you got a business, if you got a Shopify store, if you don't have a Shopify store, if you're not into e-commerce, if you're in affiliate marketing, if you're in product launching, if you're in SEO, if you're in software development, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're a student, okay, if you're about to retire, okay, it does not matter where you're at in your life. All that matters is that you start where you're at right now with the resources and contacts that you do have. That's it. Just start right now, okay? So this is how you do it. You begin by developing your product at home, okay? Now, whether you want to go into the food space, the beverage space, whether you have an idea for a clothing brand you want to put out there, maybe a shoe company, or it could even be a homemade appliance, whatever it is that you want to start, buy all of your competition's products. Look at what the competition's doing out there. Buy all of their products. And just for the purpose of, being niche specific, we did it in the food and beverage industry. So I'm going to talk about that, but understand the principles of what I talk about in this case study and going forward, they apply all across the board to all forms of business in the retail and product development space. Okay. So if this isn't your niche, follow the principles here. Follow the principles. I want to make sure I hammer home on that. Follow the principles, okay? Once you buy your competition's products, what you do is you rip them apart. Like you dissect them, every single thing. You list out all the ingredients that they have on their list. You list out all the vitamins and minerals on their, inside of their product. Or, you look at the way their packaging is set up. Look at the colors. Look at the consistency of the colors across the different brands that your competition has, okay? So once you figure out what your competition is doing, okay, and you see from a scientific, from an alchemistic perspective, what your competition is doing, what they're including in their products, what they're adding to their products to get them to the quality that they currently are at, what you want to do is you want to begin looking at what they're not doing, okay? What's not included in their ingredient list, what's not included in their packaging, what colors are they not using? Like if you see everybody using gray, white, blue, black, right? Use yellow, use purple, use green. Think about how you can stand out, okay? You want to be separated from the competition. You want there to be no competition. You want to completely create your own new lane or your own new avenue or your own new category, okay? That's how you want to think. So again, once you rip everything apart and you have a thorough understanding, then you want to purchase the necessary individual ingredients from specialty stores. So for example, a specialty store could be something like Gordon's Food Service, okay? Or it could be something like Jetro, right? The store where they sell products to restaurants. Or it could be Costco. Like if Costco has the ingredients that you need, just figure it out. It could be Home Depot if you're looking to create a homemade appliance, right? It could be Joann's Fabrics or Michael's if you want to get into arts and crafts or clothing. Look, whatever it is, go to those specialty stores, right? And buy the necessary ingredients and then begin making your prototype in the kitchen. Like don't play around with it. Don't do anything else. Start making your prototype, okay? Just create it yourself. Just start there. And then what you want to do is once you've created your prototype, start testing your product or your recipe with friends and family. So get them to come, try it out, test it out, say what do you think. And again, it's friends and family, so they don't want to really hurt your feelings, right? So they're going to tell you, oh, it tastes good, but you want to get as many opinions as possible about your product. Then after your friends and family, have given you a thumbs up or a thumbs down or have helped you in any way, you want to then take your product out there into your local marketplace and gather real-time customer feedback. This is something that we did, and it helped us tremendously because we saw how different people reacted to the taste of the product based on their taste bud palettes or based on where they were from geographically or based on their ethnic background. Like we got real-time customer feedback. We found out how much people would pay for this type of product. We found out, what people wanted after they tried it, what additional wants and needs they have, for our type of product. And this is what you want to do because it's real-time feedback. It's going to help you improve the quality of your product. It's all about quality over quantity. And if you create a great product with great marketing and great execution, that's a formula for success. But a decent product with great marketing, great execution is a formula for okay success. You follow me? So this is what you do. You start testing your product at local farmers markets. Start testing it at flea markets, churches, public college campuses, food and beverage specific food and beverage festivals, right? Wherever you can get out there into the marketplace to get exposure for your product, to get real-time feedback, to start growing your customer base organically, go for it, okay? Because this is what we did. Now, if you don't want to do this route, I recommend maybe even doing it the shorter route, which is getting a couple people to test your product, taste it, try it on, whatever, getting some social proof, recording some videos, and bam, you got the social proof that you need to say, hey, I have a viable, good product that you should buy. And if you don't believe me, watch this video that this person, has, see what they have to say after tasting or trying our product, okay? That's the way you go about it if you don't have the time to get out there into these local areas. But again, if you want to build a real business with a real product, you got to get out there in front of people. I mean, come on. There's no way to do this entire business just sitting behind a computer screen. So if that's what you want, I can't say that this entire business will be run behind a computer screen, but you'll be able to get a lot done behind a computer. But you got to get out from in front of the computer and get out there, boots on the ground in front of people and in the marketplace, and let them know who you are, what you have to offer, and what your product is, okay? That's a mandatory. So now let's dive into secret number 2. So secret number 2 is this. You don't need to send your product to a corporate office in order to get in the stores and on shelves. This is an assumption that myself and partners had for a really long time, because we thought we needed to go through some big wig corporate boss and go talk to him and then sit down in these boring board meetings and la. But that's not the way it is. Most people think that you got to schedule an appointment with the secretary and then wait for weeks or even months to see the big wig boss in charge. Honestly, that's false. Because the big wig boss, he's not even the buyer for your product. Like the product that you plan on creating, putting out there into the marketplace and selling, he's not the buyer for it, okay? The local distributor is your key buyer. Like he's the guy who's going to buy your product. He's going to put your product on the shelf in the store where the big wig boss works at. So you don't need to go through the big wig boss, okay? Just get that out of your head. If you were thinking that before, just eliminate that thought, okay? So in case you don't know, a distributor is a person who delivers your product to your customer. So your customer could be a grocery store, it could be a restaurant, a supermarket, like etc. and so forth. Whatever it is, where consumers go to buy your product, that is your customer, okay? A customer is different from a consumer, all right? Consumer is the end user. A customer is the one that buys your product from you. And a client is someone that you have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that you look out for their well-being, that you take care of them, and of course, you service them at a very high level, okay? That's a little bit of the difference between consumer, client, and customer. But getting back to this actual case study. So when it comes to working with a distributor, you got to understand, distributors are in it to make money, right? Think of them as a middleman between you and the grocery store, or you and the supermarket, or you and that Whole Foods, or you and that Walmart, or you and that Sears, or that Macy's. A distributor wants to make money. And the way they normally work is they normally work on a 25% to 30% margin. So this means how much is the distributor actually making when selling your product to their customers at a profit, right? So this is what you do, okay? This is what you do in order to find a distribution. You make a list of all distributors in your niche, right? So let's say, for example, you want to, get your, let's just say you have a coffee product, right? So you would type in coffee distributors, within a 25-mile radius of my zip code. So coffee distributors within 25 miles of zip code 12345. And then what you want to do is you want to list out all of those distributors and then go visit each and every single one of those distributors, okay? Next thing you do is you show them your product, show them what you got going on. Say, hey, look, this is my product. Let them sample it, let them taste it, right? And then you want to get some real professional feedback from someone in the industry about whether they can or cannot sell your product, okay? So this is the retail side of it. This is just scratching the surface, okay? Because there's so much more to learn. There's so much more information I can teach you and I can help you with when it comes to getting into retail distribution. But another route that we're not talking about right now, because again, we only have so much time in this case study, is direct to consumer, okay? Direct to consumer allows you to make higher margins, okay? Higher profit margins. However, there is no, really you have to be the one to scale out with paid advertising. That'll be the only way to do it. So I just want to point that out. It is something I dive deeper into, but because we're talking about retail, because we're talking about something that's not really shared, it's been like a dark thing in the industry and online. There's really no information about it. We're focusing on retail right now. And again, like I said, as we dive deeper and work together, I talk much more about direct to consumer. Okay. So secret number three, you don't need to build a manufacturing plant or a warehouse up front to get started and to find success. When we first got started with our business, we thought to ourselves, "Oh yeah, we've got to find somebody, that could help us buy a manufacturing plant or a warehouse." Look, I say it jokingly because we literally were under the assumption that that's what we needed to do. So we were going out there, we were, contacting people who were like selling warehouses and manufacturing plants and, seeking, talking to investors about raising the money to do so. And it's just so funny how it works. We didn't need the money up front because we realized that we can use a co-packer. We can run a lean operation to keep as many funds in our bank account as we could and still use that strategy to produce our product at mass scale, get it out there to the market, sell it, then use those funds as we grow to then build our own manufacturing plant or warehouse. Okay. But this is the most affordable and simplified route to take. Like it is. It's so much smarter than starting your own manufacturing plant or building out your own warehouse up front. It's so much smarter. So a lot of people run into this issue where they can't find the right manufacturer or the right co-packer, as you can also call it. This is what you do, and it's just as simple. You research your ideal manufacturer using the Contract Manufacturers Association, and you can find them at www.contractpackaging.org. Okay. And again, if you can't find them there or the right person you want to work with, just use Google, right? It's simple. Like you just research the name of your biggest competitor plus co-packer at the end on Google, and you'll see which manufacturers your competition's using. So in our case, we would type in something like almond milk co-packer, right? Or if you're selling a clothing brand, you can type in something like shirt co-packer or Gucci co-packer or Armani co-packer. Like whatever your biggest competitor is, type in their name plus co-packer on Google, and you'll see who they're using. Okay. So when you find the right company online, this is what you want to do. You want to interview them and see if they are a good fit. And if they are a good fit, the first thing that you do is get a mutual NDA signed and then send your prototype to their research and development department. Now, this can be tricky sometimes because they do ask for an upfront fee. But again, that's why you want to interview multiple different co-packers to find the right one that likes your product, likes your business plan, and that is willing to help you produce your product in their co-packing/manufacturing plant. Okay. There's a lot more that goes into this. And ladies and gentlemen, we can dive into that deeper, once we work together in a more intimate and a more close environment where you can ask me personal questions and I can answer all your questions and I can actually help you create your brand, launch your brand, get it out there into the marketplace. Okay. But that's something we'll talk about that in a moment. But this is what you want to do. Once you find the co-packer, you send them your prototype, they're able to make it for you and they say, yes, we can do it. I highly strongly recommend you visit the co-packer in person. Okay. Visit them in person to see firsthand how they do their business, how they operate. Okay. And learn their quality control process. Now, I want you to listen very closely. And I want you to lean in right now and listen to every word I'm going to say. As you listen to the sound of my voice, as you're focused here on this case study, this is so important that you understand the level of quality being used to create your product. Your product, once scaled out, will be in the hands of millions of people around the world the last thing that you want for yourself, your life, and your business is to put out garbage, a garbage, low quality product that represents you, your company, your family name, and everything that you are about. That is the last thing that you want. So when you find the right co-packer, don't be lazy. Get off of your tail. Book your flight ticket. Book a hotel. Save up money to book a rental, whatever, it doesn't matter. Go to the manufacturing plant. Go on a tour of their plant. Understand the quality process that they use to make your product. If not, then I'm telling you, you are risking your business, your product idea, and your name if you don't understand the level of quality that your co-packer uses to create your personal product, okay? I wanted to slow down. I wanted to make a big emphasis right there because I think it's so important that you deliver the best product that you can. For all of my clients that I work with, everybody that I teach, it's one of the things that I'm so big on is creating a quality product that improves, enhances, and impacts the quality of life of the person on the other end buying your product. Okay? I want to make that very important. So for all of you guys who do want to work with me, who do want to help getting your brand out there, look, again, we'll talk about that, but that's one thing that I will stress, that I will, put so much importance on, because I believe that when doing business, you must think about the person on the other side of the end who's receiving your good, your service, or your product. You must think about them, their family, their well-being, because the more you think about them and the more you think about taking care of them, the more they will take care of you in the form of repeat orders, repeat purchases, referrals, recommendations to buy your product, etc., and so forth. Okay? It's so important. And that establishes your reputation as someone of good quality, good character, that cares about the people, the customers that they serve. Because understand, those customers that you serve, those are the ones paying your bills. Okay? Those are the ones paying for that vacation. They're the ones paying for the dinner on your table. They're the ones paying for your kids' college education. Why not take the best care of them as you possibly can? Okay? That's why I stress so much on this. Like, make sure you understand the quality of the process, right? Of creating your product. So, when you are finally ready for bulk production of your product, you want to ask your co-packer for suggestions for a warehouse where you can actually store your product, okay? And so I would recommend somewhere in a central location in the USA or inside of your country, wherever you're from. Like, that's what I personally would recommend, because once orders start being placed from different sides of the country, you're going to find yourself shipping product to the West Coast. You're going to find yourself shipping to the East Coast, to the North Coast, to the South Coast, to the Midwest, to the Intermountain region, like all over the nation or all over the country. You're going to be shipping your product. So you want to make sure that you have a central location that's relatively easy or convenient for you to ship product around the country, okay? So once you get your final product ready to roll out, you want to create your website, you want to integrate Shopify, and you want to include an option for people to join your email list. Now, this is something more on the online marketing side where I specialize, and this is something that you want to focus on. It's actually better to have your website created before your product is ready to go, so that way people can sign up early, join your early bird list, and buy your product from your website once it becomes available. So understand that your website will be selling your product at retail prices to consumers online versus wholesale. Now, what do I mean by that? You want to have in-store prices on your website. So if you're recommending your customers sell your product at an MSRP, or a manufacturer retail suggested price of $5, then on your website you want to sell it for $5, not $2.75, okay? So if someone does want to buy at $2.75, which is a wholesale price, then you sell them your product at wholesale margin and you sell it to them in bulk. Like no one should be able to buy your product and get like, five units or like 10 units. No, if they buy your product, you want them to buy multiple cases, right? Multiple dozens, or however you measure your product out, whatever quantity of your products come inside of one case, you want them buying multiple of that large quantity and in bulk. So people who want to buy wholesale, they would normally reach out to you directly, whether that's via email or contacting you via messenger on some sort of social media platform, or if they have your phone number or whatever it is, they're going to reach out to you directly for wholesale prices, okay? So this is the route we took to get to retail. Now, let me be honest with you. It's been a long, stressful, painful route. It's been a long, hard route, okay? Which could have all been avoided had we only had the knowledge that we do now. And the beauty is that we've got this information, and now for us, we're at the point where we're finally scaling our business. Thanks to all the hard work that we put in, thanks to all the bruises, the bumps, the broken glass that we had to crawl over on our bare hands and bare knees. Listen, we've had to cross broken glass crawling on our bare hands and bare knees to get this information that you are now accessing for free. So just think about that. Put that into perspective, okay? Like, since we started our business, we've had multiple people help us out and die. We've had people help us get started and quit, okay? We've had people who put in money, and then after a year or so, we never heard back from them. Like actual investors that help us start the company. Never heard a word back from them, okay? Like we've had quote unquote mentors, people offer to help us out, only to reject our calls and ignore our calls when the time came for us to get that actual help. So long story short, this entire process has not been easy, but we've blazed a trail. And the beauty is that because we blazed the trail, this information is now accessible to you from our brains, right? Like from my brain, like personal experience, you can get access to this information. Now, over the last few minutes, you watched this case study. You've listened to my voice. You listened to the sound of my voice. You listened to our story. And it's no secret that you want to start your own brand or e-commerce business. Or maybe you already have a brand and you want to get professional help with scaling that brand into retail and also online. Well, first thing first, let me ask you a question. Would you do brain surgery on yourself? I want you to really answer that question. Like, if you answered it out loud, great. But if you haven't, answer that question out loud. Would you do brain surgery on yourself? Well, if you have any bit of intelligence, I mean, you're very smart. You're watching this video. You've got a brain, right? You do have a brain. Well, if you've got a brain, then your answer is no. No, of course not. Like, how could you do brain surgery on yourself? Like when you, like by the time you cut your head open consciously, you probably would die from bleeding out of your brain. And by the time you try to cut yourself, it just wouldn't work out. So my point is this. The smartest thing to do would be to hire a professional brain surgeon to help you solve your brain problems. I mean, yes or yes? Is that the smartest thing to do? Yes. Yes. Honestly, yes or yes? And the answer is yes. So look, so then why would you solely depend on the knowledge that you have today to help you build a real scalable business in the retail and e-commerce space? Like, why would you try to do it by yourself? Why would you try to embark upon a journey of 1,000 miles without someone who can help you shorten the distance to reach your goal? The smartest and most successful people always seek the help of a qualified professional. And I helped our product sell in Whole Foods, Walmart, GNC, Martha Stewart has raved about us. I've won elevator pitches, and I've helped bring in over 1.2 million in capital from investors. And I, as a professional, I can help you do some of the same. So I'm a professional who knows what he's doing, who knows what he's talking about, who can help people get results, and I can give you the knowledge you need to build your brand and make a real difference. So right now, I'm offering you the chance to get a free scalable breakthrough session while the time lasts. Because this is something that has not been done before. This is something that will not be open forever. And this is something that I'm doing to give back and make an impact in the world for those who want to get into the retail space, get into the e-commerce space, launch their own Shopify stores, launch their own major brands that that have the potential to become multi-million-dollar mega brands over time, starting from where they're at right now. So on this free scalable breakthrough session, this is what we will help you with, okay? So we'll help show you how to get started with your brand or e-commerce product or store, even if you're brand new and you have no idea what the first steps are. We'll also show you how you can take your idea to retail and how to strategically market and sell more of your product so it stays on the shelves and consumers continue to buy. We'll also help you get crystal clear on your offer, your price point, your ideal consumer, and how you can start your business with the right online platforms and avenues. Again, the food and beverage industry is a very capital-intensive industry. Had we started over again and begun again more intelligently, there are a couple things that I would do differently. And those things that I would do differently would be more result and more profit-oriented. So the information that we'll help you with on this free scalable breakthrough session will be that exact same information that I would use had I just gotten started again in this industry looking to get into e-commerce and break into retail. So in order to get started, go here and complete this short application. And if you qualify, okay, if you meet the qualifications that we have set in place, you'll receive a free 60-minute free scalable breakthrough session, okay? So all that you have to do is go here to http://michaelbaptiste.net/case-study, okay? Go to that website right now. And if you're already on the website, then just click the button right under the video and it's going to take you to the application where you can apply for your free 60-minute free scalable breakthrough session. So I will see you on the session. I'm really looking forward to helping you break through and see how you can scale your idea, your product to the highest level. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the session. And what I want you to do right now for me is this, to help me out. I want you to comment on this video. Let me know, first off, your thoughts. Let me know what your feedback about this video. Let me know what you thought about it, what the quality of it were. And I also want you to let me know, what are the top 2 challenges you have with growing your business in the e-commerce or retail space, okay? Comment, let me know what you loved about this video, and let me know what are the top 2 challenges you have with growing your business in the e-commerce or retail space, all right? So I do want to let you know, and I do want to inform you that I've had a ton of students over the years work with me to help grow their online marketing businesses or help improve their knowledge of online marketing, high ticket sales, high ticket business strategy, automation, email marketing. I mean, just a whole bunch of things that people have come to me for. And I just want to tell you a few of my students that have come to me for help with growing their business, specifically in the online marketing, digital media space. So one of my students came to me. His name was Brandon Sean. Now, at the time, Brandon Sean, he had a business where he was selling his own coaching program, teaching people how to generate leads and buy traffic and monetize that traffic, right? But he was struggling. He was making a little less than $2,000 a month. So this is what happened. When Brandon came to me, I showed him how to implement high ticket offers and services into his business, how to start selling premium price online coaching programs completely online in his business. This is what happened. Within the first few days, Brandon reported back to me that he made his entire money back from investing and coaching with me. Within 35 days, Brandon made over $27,000 in profits with the strategies that I taught him about doing business at the high ticket level. Since then, Brandon's gone on to build a 6-figure business. And this is a kid who's not even old enough to buy a drink, okay? Then I had another young guy come to me saying he needed help with taking his business to the next level. He was also in a similar space, selling and buying traffic and doing lead generation for actual businesses offline. So what I taught him how to do is I taught him also how to set up his own group coaching program with an actual done-for-you service attached to it. This is what happened, and his name is Troy Paul. This is what happened for Troy. Within his first 2 weeks of implementing the strategies that I taught Troy, he made over $5,000 in sales. Okay? This is in his first 2 weeks. His second month, he did over $30,000 in sales online, working with a partner. That following month, he did over $50,000 in sales with a partner, following the high ticket strategies that I taught him. Not only that, but this is what happened for Troy Paul. He was working as a diesel mechanic out there on the West Coast in Oregon. Within a few weeks of us working together, he quit his full-time job. He went full-time working from home with his online business. And then within a few months after that, he moved into a new house with his newlywed wife. And now he spends a lot of his time doing outdoor activities, working out in the gym, servicing his clients a few hours per week. And this is simply based on the information and high ticket business strategies that I've shared with him to take his business to the highest level. And look, I've got tons of other success stories. I remember there was this one young lady back when I first started helping people, coaching them and training people online. She had struggled for like 2 years, right? And she's probably went around and spent like $7,000 online with different coaches and mentors trying to figure out a way to succeed. And her name is Rochelle Odebella, and you can look her up online. She's like my digital sister now, but you can look her up. Her name is Rochelle Odebella, and she purchased a simple little training report from me, teaching how to outsource and sell services and just some simple high ticket business strategies. Okay, how to sell premium price services and products in the marketplace. Well, this is what happened for her. Within her first 7 days of implementing what I told her to implement, she made $1,000. And for her, that was life-changing because up until that point, and 2 years in the game, $7,000 of skin in the game, she worked with me, and within her first 7 days, she made $1,000. That's not a lot for some people, but for her, that was life-changing. And so, why do I tell you these case studies? Why do I tell you these success stories? Well, that's what I've done in the past. Like, what's getting ready to happen now is I'm going to help you and others get into the retail space, break in, build a business, and potentially build a 6-figure business or a 7-figure business or multiple 7-figure business. But the information I have to share with you on this free scalable breakthrough session is information that can help you get started, get to profiting as quickly as possible, and grow and scale into a real brand that people connect with, people commit to, people are dedicated to, and people consider as a way of life. I want you, look, just think about this, right? Think about this. What if you were to walk in a store? Let's just say, for example, Foot Locker, right? Because a lot of people buy shoes and stuff. Or let's just say Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, like a sports store like that where they sell sneakers, right? Just picture yourself walking in there, and as you look up on the wall of shoes, you see shoes with check marks. You see shoes with 3 stripes on them. You see shoes with other funny looking logos that aren't yours. And then you walk and you see a giant section in the middle, right? A huge section just blocked off. It's like, and just picture all of the shoes, all of the products in this section, okay? All of these columns, and from the bottom all the way up to the top. All of them have your logo. They have your name brand. They have the name that you created in your own brain on top of all of those different products that you created. And people are walking up to this section of product. They are grabbing it off of the shelf. They are exchanging their money for your product at the register. And they're doing this all day, nonstop, all around the clock, in different stores, in different cities, in different states, in different countries, all over the world. If you ever seen Friday After Next, top flight security, Craig, not just of the city, but the world, Craig, not the city, but the world, Craig. And look, if you haven't seen that movie, don't worry about it. Look, I love movies. I quote movies all the time. But in this situation, I point that out because I want you to think about having that situation happen all over the world. Look, I could walk into a Whole Foods in any location in the state of Florida. I can look on the shelf. I can see our product. I can go to any Walmart in Southern California, any H-E-B in Texas. I could walk into the store, look in the non-dairy aisle. I can see our product, the logo, the name brand that was in our brain. I can walk in the store, grab it out of the store, and buy it at any time. And if I can do it, millions of other people around the world can walk in and do it as well. I want to get you thinking in terms of mass scale, brand scale, okay? This is what this is about. So this free scalable breakthrough session, I mean, look, this is literally something that nobody's talking about, nobody's doing, that you have not seen before. You won't see anybody else doing it this way because there's nobody out there doing it right now this way at all. All I'm offering you, if you qualify, is a chance to have a conversation for 60 minutes to see how I can help you. And if there is even a fit for myself and team to extend the help that you need. So I want to drop that on your mind. I want to give you something to think about. And again, take action right now because this is a very limited time opportunity. This is not something that I'll be doing forever. This will be for a small pilot group of entrepreneurs who see the vision, who see the potential, who understand how powerful it can be to work with someone that has a retail brand out there in the marketplace, who started it from scratch, who can show you the way. And at the same time, somebody who's super down to earth and you can meet up with any time, anywhere in the world, grab a bite to eat with, and have a real conversation with. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, go to michaelbaptiste.net/case-study. Okay? michaelbaptiste.net/case study. And when you do, click that button. It's going to take you to the link to apply for your free, scalable breakthrough session. Okay? And so I want to say thank you for watching this case study. I hope that you got a lot of value from this case study. I hope that the information here today has really helped you see things differently. And I hope that you can truly feel the sincerity of this information, of my energy, and my love for helping people change their lives and make an impact around the world. I truly hope that on the other side where you're at, you can feel that love come through. So that is all for this case study video. Thank you so much for watching. Share this video with somebody who deserves this information. And go to michaelbaptiste.net/case study. And I look forward to seeing you on the session. Thanks again. Have a great day. And like I always say, make the rest of your life the best of your life. Talk to you soon. Peace. BGM Agency.